Good morning. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. So we have List-A-Palooza starting tomorrow, and I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because a lot of people don't know what List-A-Palooza is, and I just want to scream from the rooftops because everybody should know what List-A-Palooza is. So List-A-Palooza is a little competition that we do for just a fun, free, friendly, there's a lot of F's, just a competition with other resellers, brick and mortar store owners, anybody that wants to put more inventory into their business and boost their business. We have prizes and hello. We have prizes that we give out to people that list the most, gift cards, coaching sessions, stuff like that. We separate the brick and mortar from online resellers because they are quite different with the way that they put inventory in. So there's a little bit different in the point system for each item that you list, and then also a different bracket because they can get much higher numbers with a quicker process than us listing something to eBay or things like that. So all right. So yeah, it's super fun, and I just feel like so many people need to know about it. We normally host it in our Facebook group, but we had some Facebook just changes every day, and we had some things that we would make and then it would be public instead of private, and it was a pain in the butt. So hi, Laura. So we decided to move it to our Patreon. It is free. You can go in and join for free. You can comment on the posts. You will see all the posts that have to do with List-A-Palooza. You will not see the other posts and links that go into things that are only available for our Patreon members and those tiers, but you will be able to see all List-A-Palooza things. We don't charge anything for that. We just give away prizes. I think there's going to be some swag. I know I've got some eBay stuff that I can send to someone. We've got stuff. So go in and join our Patreon. I think I can post the link in here. Join it for free. All the details are in there. There we go. Hi, Kristen. Oh, my husband is calling me. So yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in our Patreon. Just a fun competition to list, encourage each other, cheer on each other. We're going to fill up this thermometer. We set a group goal of 1,000 items. Sometimes we go way past that. Sometimes we don't quite reach it. So we're going to cheer each other on, fill that thermometer, and do it as much as we can. Oh, my husband is messaging me. All right. Who has participated? Oh, doing your shipping, Kristen. Who's participated in List-A-Palooza before, and how did that go for you? Libby always likes to say that there's a shipping hangover afterwards. That's the List-A-Palooza hangover. Involves a lot of shipping because you get so many sales because you're boosting up your listing numbers and building everything up in there. So you got to be ready for that. That's the one downfall to this competition. Dun, dun, dun. In our Patreon, there will be posts like this. Put your number of listings down below so we can see who's count the numbers to go into the thermometer, see who's meeting their goals, see who needs an extra boost the next day to get to their goal. And again, just cheer each other on. Just a bunch of positivity and boosting each other up and boosting our businesses. So everybody go over and make sure that you go over and join the Patreon. I didn't realize this is going to be your first, Vanessa. Well, good. I'm glad. Laura needs help with listing clothing herself. We can do that. So we are going to have some come list with us events in the Patreon where we will just have a Zoom session and we will list together. I'm getting clothing and stuff ready right now, so I'm going to do a lot of clothing for List-A-Palooza, and I'm just setting up, like, these are all different consigners. That's one consigner, that's another one, that's another one. So I'm just getting all those set up, and that's okay, Laura. We can make it work with limited space. That's fine. Yes, shipping is awesome. That does mean money. I like the enthusiasm here. Yeah, Laura, you can join us in the list with us and we'll figure it out. Or we can look at helping you maybe get rid of those items and getting, look at all the other things that you have to list. You have a lot of different things to list. So there's other things. You have a lot of figurines and stuff like that you could list instead of clothing. Oh gosh, Vanessa. If Molly was here, she would think that is absolutely hilarious. I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to continue putting all of my stuff on hangers and getting ready. I am going to list a couple of these today, and then I have some other things to clean up and have all of my clothing ready, and we will be good to go. Yes, it's a good kick in the butt. Ooh, heading to the post office and then to the bins. Oh, I wish I had a bins nearby. Of course, then I might be there a lot. Have fun. Have lots of fun. Yes, it's a good kick in the butt to get going, get listing. I have a lot of clothing here. I hate listing clothing, so that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. Yes, the teacups. She does have a lot of teacups. Laura, you don't need to go to the bins. You have a lot of teacups. You have a lot of stuff. You don't need to go to the bins at all. I think it was a sign that your dad took down your foam board. He's trying to make room. But we can help you. We can help you. You hate pricing shoes. I used to, my husband and I were talking about this again the other day because we went thrifting. And he picked out a couple pairs of shoes and I said, nah. And he goes, well, you're not going to comp them? And I said, I just don't want to list shoes. And as someone that does consignment, like I list them when they come into me on consignment, but I can be really picky when I go thrifting because I have a constant source of inventory. So I am really picky when I go out and I only grab things that I love to list. And I just don't love shoes anymore. It used to be like a huge thing that I would grab all the time. And it just super confuses my husband because he's like, do they not sell anymore? And I'm like, oh no, those are great shoes. I don't want to list them. First item of the day is the hardest to list. After that, you can't stop. I am also like that with pants. I don't know why I will stack up my pants and have like 4 consigners worth of pants sitting there. And I don't want to do pants. And then once I do a pair or two, it's such a rhythm and I can whip out so many of them and I'm having a great time. But I just don't ever want to start the pants. I really don't like clothing. Yes, go through those boxes that you have stacked to list. We organized some of my mom's inventory. So yes, go through that so we can go and organize more. Yes. Oh, I love board games. I love board games. You love pants. We should live closer together. Clark's do sell very well. We get a lot of hiking boots and stuff here. A lot of outdoorsy stuff. I mean, it's hiking central for this area. So we get a lot of good brands, a lot of Merrills and things like that, Echoes and stuff like that. But I just am not feeling shoes lately. I don't know. And our Goodwill. So when I say I went thrifting, like we have to drive 100 plus miles to go thrifting. So our Goodwill here used to be awesome for shoes. I think maybe this is one of the reasons why I don't like listing them so much anymore, or I don't want to pick them up. Our Goodwill, I used to be able to go in and get Crocs for $1.99. And then it went up to $2.99, $3.99. That was fine. Crocs always sold. Like, it didn't matter style. The uglier, the better. Like, whatever. And same with like hiking shoes and stuff. There wasn't a pair of shoes in there that was over $10. Like, it was great. Most of them were $5 or under, and it was fantastic. And I was going in there every other day, at least once a week, twice, 3 times a week, and buying a ton of shoes. Like, I was getting tons of stuff from them, and they kept raising their prices over and over. And I stopped buying shoes, and now all of their shoe racks are full. They had to add more shoe racks, and I know other resellers in the area are not going in and buying shoes either. So I don't know. When I go to other places, there are better deals, but my shoe era is over. I don't care. Consigners can bring it, and I will list it. My shoe era is over for now. I got more trips for moving stuff out of. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through that, Laura. But keep moving stuff. You can get through it. You got a lot of stuff, but you can get through it. And we can help you. We can encourage you. You can do it. So, what is everybody going to list on List-A-Palooza? Like Vanessa said, board games. Do you hate board games, or are you going to list board games? Board games are a really good one for List-A-Palooza because I don't list the whole board game. And I actually have some downstairs I thought about. I have like an Allies and Access game, a newer one, not an older one. I think that's what it's called. It came in on consignment, but it's got like all the little ships, and I part out all of my board games. So like the dice are one listing, the money is one listing, the cards are one listing. And for this game, each little ship could be one listing. Like some of those ships, they want, like you just need to replace 1 or 2. I do a lot of replacement board game listings. So when we do List-A-Palooza, it's based on the number of listings that you have go live. Board games could give someone an edge. I know a lot of people like to do jewelry because it's small and you can get through a lot of them. I do love board games. You are right. Yes. In my dream world, I would just have nothing but board game replacement pieces forever. But I would have to have like a really high volume because they're not listed for very much. Overall, of a whole board game, I mean, you could list them for like $15 for the whole game, or you can list each piece and section, like I just named out, for like $5 to $10 a piece, sometimes more for the more desirable ones. But most of my listings for game board pieces are around $7 and $9. Some are $12, but most of them are $7 to $9. That's not a great number, average cost of goods, unless you're selling a large amount of them. So I would love for that to be it, but I feel like as soon as I niche down and like changed my business to reflect just board game pieces, I'd probably get sick of it and never want to touch a board game again, because I do that, and that's why I'm an everything seller. So I just pick them when I go thrifting, and I love it. Yes, I love that you're working on being the biggest plus size store. I may have to drive the 7 hours north to go and shop your store. You're getting so many awesome things in. So many awesome things. It's going to be a surprise. I'm going to open up a box, pull an item, and list it. Hell or high water. I love it. That's great. Just get through that box. I love it. Awesome. All right. My husband is still blowing up my phone. I don't know what is going on, but I need to call him back apparently. And I need to hang up more clothing and get my rack ready and do that and clean up some of this mess, so I actually have a path to like walk in. There's a lot going on in here. So I will see you guys later. Make sure you go and join the Patreon so that you can join List-A-Palooza. It is free. It is fun. We have a nice little competition with each other and just boost each other up and boost our businesses. And I want you guys to be there. want you to be there. So join that. I'll see you guys later. Have a great